Attention weightlifters, bodybuilders, or anyone looking to get a stronger, more muscular physique. How a skinny kid with asthma achieved a 452-pound bench press and packed on 75 pounds of muscle mass in the process. And he guarantees you can get the same amazing results. Here's the true story of how I went from lifting a puny 100 pounds on the bench, to literally being able to bench press over 400 pounds. If you learn the simple secrets I'm about to reveal, you can quickly add more weight to your bench press, pack on solid muscle mass, and get a muscular physique that makes you feel proud and confident. From Mike Westerdall, BS, CPT Clearwater, FL October 7, 2020. Dear fellow weightlifter, I have a few questions I want to ask you. Please answer them honestly. Would you like to quickly and easily increase your bench press, so you can show off to your friends and lifting buddies in the gym, benching more than any of them? Would you like to drastically increase your power and strength, so you become bigger, better, faster, and stronger for your sport or hobby? Would you like to pack on some lean muscle mass, so you're proud and confident enough to take your shirt off and walk the beach? Would you like to have a powerful, muscular physique that turns heads and gets you noticed, so you can walk with your head high in the air, full of confidence? If you answered yes to any of these questions, I have some important news for you. In fact, I want to promise you something. And I swear that if you do this one thing, you're going to see more muscle and strength gains from your workouts than anything else you do. I mean it. It's the God's honest truth. So here's my promise: if you focus on increasing the amount of weight you lift on the bench press, you will gain more muscle mass. I promise you. In fact, if you increase your bench press by 20 or 30 pounds in the next month or so, you'll pack on at least 10 pounds of muscle. Maybe more. How can I say that? Because year after year, time after time, I've seen it happen so many times. You'll see right below how I was able to pack on 75 pounds of muscle mass between high school and college. Look, here's the truth: you're only going to gain muscle mass if you get stronger. Because when you force your body to lift more weight, you have to get stronger and add lean muscle mass to handle that additional weight. In other words, when you have to lift more weight, your body reacts to the additional stress you're placing on it by adding more muscle tissue. If you keep lifting the same amount of weight, over and over again, your body has no reason to get stronger or gain muscle. It can already handle the weight you're used to. But when you keep lifting more and more weight, your body must adapt, get stronger, and add muscle to keep handling that additional weight. That's how muscle gains are made. It's by continuously trying to get stronger. When that happens, your body adds more muscle mass to handle this additional stress that's placed upon it. And you want to know what else? The more muscle mass your body has, the more calories you will burn, and the more body fat you'll lose, even when you're resting. It's true, muscle mass is a very active tissue and it takes a lot of calories to maintain. Look, if you're skinny now, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have any fat to lose, so you'll just end up packing on more size and muscle. Back to the promise and why the best press is important. The bench press is the easiest lift to keep track of when it comes to recording your weights. It's easy to keep progressing up on the bench press. Most gyms have those little 2.5 pound plates you can keep adding. Other exercises are tougher to keep increasing weight on, because you can't keep going up in small increments. It's either 5 pounds, 10 pounds, or nothing. And that's a big jump and cannot be done every single week. But 2.5 plates could be a goal of yours every single week. It's doable and manageable. And guess what? Each time you lift a little more weight, your body will react by adding strength and muscle to handle that additional weight. If you're not focusing on the bench press, you're missing out on a ton of muscle and strength that could be yours. That's the single biggest reason you need to start focusing on lifting more weight on the bench, so you can gain more muscle mass. Not only that, the bench press is a very intense and demanding exercise for your entire body. When you do a heavy and intense bench press, you can shock your muscles into growing faster than they usually would. And because of the intensity of the bench, your body releases a ton of anabolic hormones into your bloodstream. Things like testosterone and human growth hormone. So bottom line, if you focus on increasing your bench press and the amount of weight you lift on the bench press, you will gain muscle and lose fat. And as a result, you'll look bigger, more muscular, and also leaner. If you are interested, please click the link below the video. Again, I've seen it time and time again. Have you ever wondered why people are so obsessed with the bench press? I used to ask myself, what's the big deal with the bench press anyway? It didn't matter if it was at school with my friends, at work with my coworkers, or at the gym with my lifting buddies, everyone would always ask me, how much do you bench? But over time, as I became more informed about exercise and muscle growth, I soon learned that the bench press did a lot more for your body than just about any other exercise. 3 reasons why you'll want to focus on increasing your bench press. As you probably already know, having a big bench press is like a badge of honor. Plain and simple, it gets you respect and attention in almost every area of your life. It's a measuring stick that you use with your buddies. The one with the biggest bench is usually the most respected. The strongest is usually the most respected and most feared. Having a big bench usually means you're strong and in shape. In fact, my football coaches in college were dead serious about knowing how much I could bench press and tested it several times a year. You see, they knew something that most people don't. Increasing your bench press will also increase the amount of muscle mass you have on your entire body. It's true, and it's because of 2 reasons. First, when you keep lifting more and more weight, your body must add muscle mass so that it can handle that additional stress weight you're placing on it. And second, heavy intense lifts like the bench press releases anabolic hormones into your bloodstream, things like testosterone and human growth hormone. These are the male muscle builders that help you pack on muscle. The bench press is not just about boosting your ego, having a head-turning upper body, or about the ability to push people around on the field. When done correctly, which most people don't, the bench press uses every single muscle in your body. You stimulate the chest, shoulders, triceps, biceps, your back and even your legs. It's a fact that compound exercises that involve the most muscle groups give you the most results in the least amount of time. It's because you're using all of your muscles at the same time. And honestly, no upper body exercise involves more muscles and becomes more of a full body exercise than the bench press. So if you don't have a lot of time you can spend in the gym, focusing on the bench press is a surefire way that you're getting an intense, good workout in for your whole body. Why many people fail to focus on improving their bench. Maybe you know someone that struggles with the bench press. And the way they deal with it is by ignoring it. Or they say it's an overrated lift. The problem with this mentality is that by skipping this mass-building exercise, they're depriving their body of anabolic hormones that could be helping them pack on muscle mass. And they're not placing enough demands on their body so that they can gain muscle. Foolish, if you ask me. When you train the bench press the right way, you trigger a release of testosterone and growth hormone that helps all your muscles grow bigger and stronger. And as a result, you'll pack on more muscle mass, which will help you feel more confident in your appearance. We all know that jacked, muscular guys usually get attention, turn heads, and get others to notice. The number 1 mistake people make when failing to bench press more weight. I want to let you in on a little secret. Because there are so many muscles involved in the bench press, you don't want to neglect and forget them. In order to up your bench press max and start packing on muscle mass, you'll need to pay close attention to the other muscle groups that are involved in the lift. For example, just bench pressing more often will not help you gain strength or muscle. In fact, the opposite occurs, you actually lose strength and muscle if you start to benching too often. It's because you're overusing the chest muscles, but underusing your other muscle groups. Why most guys can't bench much weight. And what to do about it. So remember, bench pressing more often or several times a week will make you weaker. And you definitely do not want that. The secret is, start working the lats that stabilize the weight on the way down. Or the biceps that keeps the weight tight on your chest before pressing. Barbell rows and forearm strength will even help you bench press more weight, and these exercises will all help you build more muscle as well. The real secret to attaining a powerful looking physique is to combine strength training with bodybuilding principles in the same training. Doing this alone will help you increase your bench press, add more muscle mass, and get the kind of physique you've always wanted. Power building develops the rock-hard muscle that gets attention powerlifters compete in the squat, bench press and deadlift. And they get big and muscular because they're strong. Again, like I mentioned earlier, if you start lifting more weight than you usually do, your body must adapt in order to handle that weight. It does that by growing bigger and stronger. If you don't get anything else at all from this letter, just remember that, because that alone will give you more results than anything else you do. Bodybuilders, on the other hand, generally train for muscle growth and for aesthetics or looks. Not all bodybuilders are as strong as they look. Sure, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're like me, you probably want to have strength, as well as the lean, muscular look. And believe me, you can. Not only is it possible, strength and size go hand in hand. If you try to get stronger, each and every week, you're going to get more muscular. It's just a fact. So if you're looking to gain muscle as well as strength, you need to start focusing on lifting more weight. I dare you to find a guy who bench presses 400 pounds that doesn't have a powerhouse body to match. Here's the fastest and easiest way to increase your bench press and skyrocket your muscle and strength gains. If you currently struggle with the bench press and you'd like to really increase the amount of weight you lift, I'm going to help you right now. If you'd like to gain more muscle mass, so that you feel more confident and attractive, I'm going to help you. If you'd like to excel in your school's sport, and become the stronger, faster, go-to guy for your team, I'm going to help you. And if you'd like to lose a little bit of unwanted body fat, maybe the love handles you have around your waist, I'm going to help you. My best-selling and newly revised Critical Bench Program 2.0 will help you increase your bench press by up to 50 pounds in 10 weeks, while packing on muscle in the process. Even if you have long arms, shoulder pain, wrist pain or subpar genetics like me, this program is a guaranteed way to help you build a 200, 300 or 400 plus pound bench press. You'll join over 10,000 other people that have been amazed with the results they've gotten from Critical Bench Program 2.0. These are people who have been very pleased when reaching their goal of more weight lifted on the bench, as well as more strength and muscle as a result. Here's a small sample of what this power building bench specialization program reveals. Learn the only way to train so that you avoid overtraining. Your muscles need time to rest and recover. They grow between workouts, not during workouts. Overtraining is the #1 mistake made by lifters of all levels, and I'll make sure it doesn't happen. Why stretching and warming up is so important if you want a big bench press. Lifting heavy weights can take its toll on the body, but with our warm-up routine you'll keep your shoulders healthy and avoid the aches and pains that stop many dead in their tracks. Discover the single biggest secret to training for strength and size. Remember, muscle gains are directly related to strength gains. As you get stronger, your muscles will get bigger. If you are interested, please click the link below the video. Why adding variation to your training will help you gain more muscle. When you do the same workout over and over again, your body gets used to it and stops responding. I'll show you the easiest way to keep your body guessing. Learn the single biggest mistake lifters make when trying to increase their bench press. This might be a great training method, but it's not when you're trying to up your max. If you do this, your bench will go nowhere fast. Learn how to get in the right mindset for a big day at the gym. The bench press is a very mental lift. I'll teach you how to be mentally tough and how you can visualize your success, so that you're able to have an intense, perfect lift every single time you bench. Find out why your technique is so important. If you adjust your form like I show you, you'll see a significant increase in the amount of weight you lift without changing anything else. Discover exactly how long to rest between sets when you're training for power and strength. Learn why you can't believe supplement ads. Did you know that almost every major bodybuilding magazine is owned by a supplement manufacturer? This makes it almost impossible to find reliable information about what really works and what gives you the most bang for your buck. Supplements aren't necessary to succeed on this program, but if you want some cutting-edge suggestions, I'll show you the proven recommendations for you based on real-life experience as well as scientific research. Why your lifestyle habits will affect your training. We're not going to put you on a strict diet, but if you think poor nutrition, partying, and sleep deprivation won't affect your performance in the gym, you're greatly mistaken. Why it's so critical to have an exact goal and to track your progress. How a lifting buddy can assist you perform classic training methods like forced reps, 1/2 reps, negatives, and speed work. Learn how to use proper assistance exercises to propel your bench press strength through the roof. Why spending more than an hour in the gym per day is counterproductive. How to control your movement on the bench so you get more explosive power and energy. How to eliminate problems that come up for some people when bench pressing. Some people either hold the bar wrong, use their feet wrong, or use the wrong form. I'm going to show you how to eliminate all mistakes, so you greatly increase the weight you lift. The simple little tip you can use to add a quick 10 pounds to your bench press the very first time you use it. The correct way to use your hands and legs when you're bench pressing. The wrong use of both of these will greatly reduce the amount of weight you lift, and the amount of muscle you gain. A simple little tweak you can make on your bench that helps you prevent injuries from happening. The simple exercises you can use that will actually help you increase your bench press in a lot less time. The secret to increasing your bench is not from focusing on the bench press exercise itself, it's something completely different. Is a slow, methodical up and down movement on the bench press better than an explosive push-up? I'll show you which one is more effective. Leverage secrets that can multiply the effectiveness of your bench. How to immediately pump more strength and raw power into your bench press, so you're able to lift more weight without doing anything else. Why the bench press can shock your muscles into growing faster and easier than anything else you do. And much, much more. This is just a sample of what you'll learn in this program. I can honestly say that Critical Bench Program 2.0 will help you increase your bench press faster and easier than you ever dreamed possible. And not only that, it will also help you pack on muscle mass that makes you feel proud and confident. Look better, feel better, and turn more heads when you're walking the beach. How a skinny asthmatic kid from Connecticut achieved a 452-pound bench press and guarantees you can get similar results. So, is it really possible for a guy who couldn't bench 100 pounds to transform himself into a powerful, muscular lifter that recently benched over 452 pounds? Well, I'll let you be the judge. Take a look at my pictures above. The one on the left is a picture of me in my senior year of high school. I think it's pretty obvious that I didn't really lift weights. In fact, I had really bad asthma and was hospitalized a lot as a child. So true story. I went from not even being able to lift 100 pounds, to literally being able to bench press over 400 pounds. The picture on the right is after I started learning and using the bench press secrets I want to share with you. In fact, between high school and college, I packed on over 75 pounds of muscle mass. Sure, it took a little time, because it took me a few years to learn and to know everything that I used, and everything that helped me. But here's the important thing. If you learn the simple secrets I'm about to reveal, you can confidently add weight to your bench, pack on some solid, rock-hard muscle mass, and never have to worry about being small or feeling weak again. Take it from me personally, you can do this too. When I started lifting weights and working on my bench press, it literally changed my life for the better. I actually walked on a DIAA college football team and became a starting outside linebacker my junior and senior year. You'll never believe it, but I actually had the strongest bench press on the team my senior year, hitting 405. I'm not saying this to brag. I just want you to open your mind to the possibilities. Because it doesn't matter where you're starting, it only matters where you want to go. Like I just mentioned, as a freshman in high school, I couldn't bench press 100 pounds. Over time, I stuck with it. I learned things as I went along, and kept putting new tips and techniques into practice. But the training style I used back then caused me to plateau at 300 pounds on the bench press. I stayed there for over a year. When I learned the advanced bench press secrets I'm going to show you, the same secrets that are in the critical bench program, my bench press soared to 365. I made more progress in 11 weeks than I had made in the entire previous year. When I started the program for a second time, I added another 50 pounds to my max, reaching 435. I logged every workout I did in college that got me to a 400+ pound bench press. And honestly, like magic, the more my bench increased, so did my muscle mass and strength. And as my muscle mass and strength went up, so did my self-esteem and my confidence. I carried myself better. I felt better about myself. I was more outgoing. I felt more powerful. It allowed me to get a job as a personal trainer. I wrote for the big-name muscle magazines. I even played some football in Europe after college. I can honestly say that I owe so much of my life to the simple fact that I was able to dedicate a lot of time and effort to learning how to bench press right, and get bigger and stronger. I'm not trying to paint this out to be magic. I just want to show you what's possible when you set your mind to achieving something, and then you follow a step-by-step plan. Who needs this program? Who doesn't? Look, if you're happy with what you're benching right now, you definitely don't need this program, unless you want to keep going up, if you want to keep getting bigger and better. And you don't need it if you're currently happy with your size and muscularity. If you're happy with the way your body looks and the amount of muscle you carry, then I'd skip this, unless you want to pack on even more muscle. If you're as strong as you want to be, or if you're as quick and as powerful as you need to be for your school's sport, you probably don't need it. But if you want to gain more strength, more muscle, and a much bigger bench press that makes your buddies envious and jealous, this will do it. If you are interested, please click the link below the video.